Evidence for man-made global warming hits gold standard, scientists.
Here's a summary of the article.
Oslo, evidence for man-made global warming has reached a gold standard level of certainty, adding pressure for cuts in greenhouse gases to limit rising temperatures, scientists said on Monday. The narrative out there that scientists don't know the cause of climate change is wrong, he told Reuters. U.S. President Donald Trump has often cast doubt on global warming and plans to pull out of the 197-nation Paris Climate Agreement, which seeks to end the fossil fuel era this century by shifting to cleaner energies such as wind and solar power. 62% of Americans polled in 2018 believe that climate change has a human cause, up from 47% in 2013, according to the Yale Program on Climate Change Communication. Satellite data. Monday's findings, by researchers in the United States, Canada and Scotland, said evidence for global warming reached the 5 sigma level by 2005 in 2 of 3 sets of satellite data widely used by researchers, and in 2016 in the third. Separately in 2013, the UN's Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change concluded that it is extremely likely, or at least 95% probable, that human activities have been the main cause of climate change since the 1950s. I would be reluctant to raise to 99 to 100%, but there is no doubt there is more evidence of change in the global signals over a wider suite of ocean indices and atmospheric indices, said Professor Nathan Bindoff, a climate scientist at the University of Tasmania.
This post received a score of 11,624, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This comes one day after the news that the White House is convening a hand-picked group of scientists to counter claims that fossil fuels are contributing to warming.
CO2 lasts for hundreds of years in the atmosphere, and then only goes into other forms of the carbon cycle slowly over thousands of years or never. Firstly, this means that the carbon already emitted will take 40 years to reach its full potential. As the planet warms, the oceans cannot absorb as much CO2. Methane, which works on scales of hundreds of years instead of thousands, but is much more effective at heating, will be released more and more on large swaths of land as time goes on.
Ha ha. Future generations.
No doubt. Sorry kids, your grandparents were assholes.
Don't need to yell at kids to stay off your lawn if your lawn is on fire and all the kids are dead 'cause their lungs can't handle the pollution. Taps forehead.
To have a lawn will be one hell of an achievement, other than being alive of course, _.
Not accepting that climate change is man-made in 2019 isn't about scientific evidence, it's about political ideology. More papers aren't going to convince the people who've already decided that all of the world's scientists, except the ones hired by Enron, are making it up.
The Koch brothers' money has blinded Republicans and the deniers to the facts, the truth, and the reality that global warming is real and it's here right now. As Upton Sinclair said.
Benjamin Santa, lead author of Monday's study at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in California, said he hoped the findings would win over skeptics and spur action. Lol, good luck with that.
We need to stop trying to win over skeptics and instead motivate the vast majority of people who already get it to vote every single denier out of office. Deniers can go right on denying, but if we get them out of power, we can ignore them and do something about it.
I agree wholeheartedly, but curse or don't curse. Don't do that.
7. No bigotry or other offensive content. I wanted to curse, but didn't want to offend. For the children, I guess. Too expensive to fix, we'll just all die instead. Way cheaper, conservatives.
You jest, but it's so accurate it hurts. The old rich people who could spearhead change through capital action are exactly those who benefit the most from the status quo. They'll die before the shit hits the fan big time, and will just continue to reap rewards for their time.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by SMMRY.com, without any human intervention.